You might think you need to spend a lot of money on an expensive robot vacuum to get great performance.
But you actually don't. You see, we've tested tons of robot vacuums with similar performance to the best for way less money.
In this video, we are presenting lower cost alternatives from most expensive to least expensive. If you want the absolute best robot vacuum on the market right now, it's the Narwal Flow. Oh, and by the way, none of this video is sponsored. So I've been testing the Flow in my home for the last 6 months, and right now it is our top robot vacuum of 2025.
And there's a reason for that. The Flow has this revolutionary track roller mop system that cleans itself in real time with hot water as it's mopping your floor. And it absolutely crushes dried coffee stains. The mopping performance is some of the best we have ever tested.
But it's $1,500 at full price, and even on sale, it's about $1,000.
Well, what if I told you there is another robot vacuum with mop roller technology for way less?
It's the eufy S1 Pro, and right now it's under $800, but I've actually seen it lower. It also has a self-cleaning roller mop system that refreshes itself in real time at 170 RPM. And it's got an onboard dirty water tank too. And in our mopping tests, the S1 Pro actually performs incredibly well on hard floors.
Okay, Eric, but what's the catch?
Carpet performance. The S1 Pro has so pickup on carpets. It's great on hardwood floors, but it just doesn't have the same raw suction as the Narwal Flow. Now the S1 is a little bit older, but it's still a huge seller on Amazon with pretty strong reviews, and it costs about 50% less than the Flow.
Okay, so we've covered the absolutely top tier, but what if you want to take a little bit of a step back, but still get flagship features?
The Ecovacs Deebot X11 Omni Cyclone came in second place in our top robot vacuums of 2025. And you know what? Comes with a cat. It's got 19,500 pascals of suction with their new Blast system. And actually, it's really good with pet hair on carpets, one of the best. And the mop roller system is super effective as well. And obstacle avoidance is also really good. Now it is highly recommended, but it's $1,500.
Yeah, so what if I'm still paying off my 2010 Chrysler 300 at 38% interest?
I told you not to get that.
The salesman was so convincing.
So what if I told you that Ecovacs makes a lower level model that still has the same roller mop system, still has the same navigation system, it's a lot less money. It's the Ecovacs T80 Omni, and it's a great performer. And you know what? It's new, it just came out this year. So it's got 18,000 pascals of suction, so it's not quite as powerful, but that's still way up there. And it has the same AV 3D navigation system with camera-based obstacle avoidance, so it doesn't crash into stuff. Now it's also a really good mopper with its roller mop system, and it's actually one of the more affordable robots with a roller mop. It picked up 100% of the sand we threw at it, and it's good with large particles too.
Okay, so what are the differences?
There's 3 things. So number 1, you don't get the bagless base station, so you'll have to buy replacement dust bags. Number 2, it doesn't have the power boost charging system the X11 does, so it takes a normal amount of time to charge between mopping sessions. And number 3, maybe the most important, is carpet performance. So it picked up 65% of the sand that we sprinkled on our carpet test, as opposed to 80% for the X11. So it's not quite as good, but if you're looking for a roller mop vacuum, you're probably way more focused on hard surfaces anyhow.
Right, so if you mostly have hardwood or tile, it performs way above average.
Absolutely. Now normally the T80 is around $999, but I've seen it for the $600 range on Amazon. And actually it has a 4.4 star rating there too, which is a little bit above average. Hey Ryan, what about a mid-range priced robot?
Well, if you want cutting-edge mopping technology, the Dreame Aqua 10 Ultra Roller is where it's at.
But it's expensive.
We have a solution for that. It's the Mova P10.
Right now on Amazon, the P10 is $599, but sometimes it goes on sale for under $500. And I gotta tell you, this is a fan favorite, and it's one of my favorites too.
And Mova is actually a pretty new company.
Mova is a sub-brand of Dreame, but here's why it's such a good value. You're getting flagship level features at less than half the price. So it's got 13,000 pascals of suction, and in a carpet test, it was really close to the Roborock Saros 10R that cost twice as much. You get dual spinning mop pads. One of them reaches out to the side to get into corners and edges. It has an extending side brush too. And the base station, it's fully automated. It does everything. So you got auto empty for 75 days, you got hot water mop washing, you got hot air drying, you got automatic water refill, and you even get auto detergent dispensing. Basically, you got a flagship base station for way less money.
But does it even have a camera or obstacle avoidance?
It has a cat. But actually, it does have a camera and obstacle avoidance. It is actually one of the very best right now for the price that has fully featured obstacle performance. It can avoid cables, which you don't get typically at a robot this price. And what can I say? It's just a good value.
Okay, but what's the compromise?
Okay, so you get traditional spinning mop pads instead of the continuous roller style mop system. You don't get the extreme 30,000 pascals of suction or the 80 millimeter threshold climbing. The P10 does 22 millimeters. That's about this much, less than an inch. But for most homes, that's actually totally fine. And the mop lift system is 10.5 millimeters on carpets instead of 14.
Wait, you can video call your pets?
Well, yeah, actually, you can video call with your pets through this robot. And on Amazon, it's got a 4.3 star rating and about 1,000 reviews. That's a lot of reviews. And for a brand new brand, that's actually pretty good.
So really for the price and the features you get for that price, it's really hard to beat.
Okay, so we've covered all the expensive robots with all the bells and whistles and features, but what if you want a robot that's way more affordable? It's just a few $100s.
The Dreame X50 Ultra is the flagship of 2025 and it's $999.
Hang on, that's still too expensive. Let's introduce the robot that I think is the best mopping value for a couple $100s.
So what's that?
All right, so it is the Roborock Q10 S5 Plus. Now the list price, $550, but I actually seen it on sale for $350 and sometimes even lower than that.
That's right, and here's what makes it special. It's got 10,000 pascals of suction. That's double what you'd get from most budget robots. So it actually has a really good anti-tangle system with a main brush and a side brush, so it can handle pet hair really well.
But you know what? It's the mopping where it gets really interesting. So it's got what they call VibraRise 2.0. That's just their code word for a sonic vibrating mop pad that scrubs at 3,000 vibrations per minute. So you're not getting a spinning style mop pad, but you know what? It's actually scrubbing the floor. So it's not just dragging the mop across the floor, and it's actually quite good.
And it lifts for carpet.
It does it automatically. So when it detects carpet, it lifts the mop, so that means your rugs are gonna stay dry. And when it finds carpet, it's gonna automatically boost the suction as well.
What about obstacle avoidance?
It's got LiDAR navigation with their newest React Tech obstacle avoidance on the front. So that means it's going to map your home really well. And even though they say it's good at obstacle avoidance, it's not that great, but you know, you're not paying a lot of money, so just pick up all your stuff before you go ahead and send the thing out for vacuuming.
What about the dock?
So they call it the Rock Dock Plus, which sounds like a heavy metal band from the 80s, but really it's just an auto empty station and it has a 2.7 liter dust bag. Now the battery, it lasts about 150 minutes of runtime. That's really, really good, especially at this price. And you know what? It's got all the smart features too. You've got app control with the Roborock app, which is really good. So you can control it through Amazon, Alexa, Google, and Roborock has the best app in the business.
So is it an older model?
No, actually it was released in mid-2025, so it's brand new. So you're getting newer technology at a great price. And there's a reason it's been selling super well on Amazon. So hard floor pickup is really good in our testing, and even carpet pickup is really, really good too. Overall, in our testing, it did super well. In fact, it did as well as some of the flagships from just a couple years ago.
Wow. So what are the compromises?
Okay, so since you're not paying a lot of money, you're not getting a super fancy base station. So you're gonna have to wash the mop pads yourself. There's no hot air drying, none of that kind of stuff. So it's just more maintenance. If you're okay with that, I think it's pretty good.
So Eric, who should buy this vacuum?
It's for someone who doesn't want to spend a lot of money, but they still want a really good amount of performance. And sure, it's gonna be not as powerful as the big flagships, but it is literally a fifth of the price of like some of the big boys right now.
How are the reviews on this one?
So on Amazon, I'm not gonna lie, it's got a 4.1 rating, which is not bad for a brand new robot, but it's not as good as some of the best. And if you wanna see what the best are, click this video right over here.